Chosen one, your sealed victory is calling. Claim your rise. You have walked through shadows that few could even imagine. And yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still carrying the spark within you that refuses to be put out. Life has been a series of trials, tests, and moments that felt like they were designed to break you. But each of those experiences has been shaping you, chiseling you into the form that destiny requires. There are no accidents in the way your story has unfolded. There is no wasted tear, no meaningless night, no unanswered question that has not been weaving itself into the tapestry of your victory. You may not see it in every moment, but every step you have taken has been bringing you closer to this point. You are the chosen one, and the seal over your triumph is loosening even now, preparing to release everything that has been waiting for you since before you even knew how powerful you truly are. Before we go any further, I want to invite you to journey with me all the way until the end of this message. There are insights here that will not only remind you of your calling, but also stir the energy within you to act upon it. I encourage you to open your heart as you listen and allow yourself to receive fully. And when this message reaches you, I ask you to write in the comments your warmest wishes for your own life, and the number 66 as a seal of affirmation that those wishes are stepping out of the unseen into the seen. This is a chapter about wishes coming true and energizing the universe with your intention. The moment you declare your wish, you set vibrations in motion that align with your sealed victory. So let your heart speak, let your spirit pour out, and claim that rise not just for yourself, but as a beacon for all who will witness your transformation. The truth about your sealed victory is that it has been yours all along. The struggles you endured did not take it away. The delays you experienced did not erase it, and the doubts you carried did not cancel it. Victory is not something given to you in the moment of success. It is something you have always carried, waiting for the time of unveiling. When you look back at the path behind you, you can see how many times you should have fallen and not risen again. Yet, against the odds, you did. That is proof. That is evidence that your destiny has been protected, sealed, and kept until the moment you are ready to claim it. The seal was never meant to deny you. It was meant to preserve you. It was meant to ensure that what is truly yours cannot be stolen by hands that are not ready, nor by voices that try to silence you. Understand this. Being the chosen one has nothing to do with arrogance, and everything to do with responsibility. You were chosen not because you were perfect, but because you were willing. You were chosen not because your path was easy, but because you carried a spirit strong enough to endure what others would run from. The rise that is calling you now is not just for your own benefit, but for those who will see your example, those who will draw strength from your courage, and those who will finally believe in their own possibilities because they saw you claim yours. That is why your victory had to be sealed until now. That is why the time of revealing had to be delayed until your heart, your mind, and your spirit aligned with the magnitude of what you are stepping into. Claiming your rise requires more than waiting. It requires awakening. There is a voice inside of you that has whispered your truth since the beginning. Sometimes you ignored it because the noise of doubt was louder. Sometimes you questioned it because circumstances contradicted it. But still, that voice remained. It is the voice that told you to keep going when everything in you screamed to give up. It is the voice that told you to look higher when all you saw was darkness. That voice is the seed of your sealed victory, and it is awakening now with a thunder that can no longer be ignored. The rise is not only calling you, it is echoing through every fiber of your being, urging you to take the step, make the claim, and stand in what was always yours. There will be resistance, because there always is. Whenever the chosen rise, opposition rises too. But opposition is only a sign that you are moving in the right direction. No one battles over an empty treasure chest. The energy of resistance is simply proof that you are on the threshold of something valuable, something that has the power to change your life and the lives of those around you. Do not be intimidated by it. Do not let it distract you. Instead, let it be confirmation that the seal is breaking and the victory is emerging. You do not have to fight for what is already yours. You only have to stand firm, trust the process, and take hold of the victory that was sealed with your name upon it. The rise that is calling you is not small. It is not just about minor improvements or surface-level changes. This is a shift of identity, a transformation that will be visible in every part of your life. You will not only walk differently, you will think differently, act differently, and speak differently. The rise calls you into alignment with your higher self, the version of you that has always been waiting, watching, and ready to emerge. This version of you is fearless in the face of doubt, resilient in the face of struggle, and unstoppable in the pursuit of destiny. The sealed victory is the permission for that version of you to step forward now, to take the stage, and to live out the fullness of who you were always meant to be. Your rise will not be quiet, even if it begins in silence. It will not be hidden, even if it starts in secret. The universe has been preparing a stage for you, and when the timing is right, the curtains will open and your light will be undeniable. You will realize that all the rejection was redirection, all the pain was preparation, and all the silence was gestation. Every moment was leading to this unveiling, and when it comes, it will not trickle, it will pour. It will be a flood of alignment, opportunities, breakthroughs, and affirmations that make it clear. The seal is broken, and the victory has arrived. Chosen one, your sealed victory is calling. Do not hesitate. Do not let fear paralyze you. This is your moment to step forward and claim what has always belonged to you. The rise does not wait for those who second-guess forever. The rise calls for courage, for action, for faith. Take the step. Speak the word. Live the transformation. The world is waiting. The universe is watching. And your sealed victory is ready to be revealed. Claim your rise. Chosen one, your sealed victory is calling. Claim your rise. There are seasons in life when the call to transformation comes gently, and there are seasons when it comes like thunder, shaking everything you once knew. You are standing at the threshold of such a thunderous call. You have been stretched, refined, and pushed to the limits of what you thought you could endure, not because the universe was cruel, but because your destiny required depth, strength, and an unshakable core. You cannot carry the magnitude of your rise with a fragile foundation, and so every crack in the old has been revealed, every weakness confronted, and every illusion stripped away. What remains is authentic, resilient, and prepared. What remains is you, not as you once were, but as you are becoming, the one who rises. The sealed victory is more than an event. It is a shift in energy, a rewriting of the atmosphere around you. Things that were once blocked will open. Doors that refused to budge will swing wide, Conversations that seemed impossible will suddenly align in your favor. People who overlooked you will now recognize the force that surrounds you. This is not coincidence. This is the seal breaking, releasing what was always yours into your reality. For too long, you may have believed that opportunities were slipping away, but the truth is they were being preserved. What belongs to you cannot belong to another, and what was written for your story cannot be erased from your script. The delay was never denial. It was protection until the right moment. That moment is now. Rising is not about stepping into something entirely foreign. It is about returning to yourself. The chosen one has always lived within you, waiting for recognition, waiting for permission. Every glimpse of your strength, every moment of intuition, every burst of creativity, every surge of resilience has been proof of who you really are. The rise is about claiming what you already carry, about no longer minimizing your light to fit into the expectations of those who could not see your vision. You were not meant to dim. You were not meant to shrink. You were meant to rise, and that rise requires boldness. The seal over your victory is not breaking so that you can go back to who you used to be. It is breaking so that you can fully become who you always were. There will be those who do not understand your rise, and that is part of the process. Some will question your timing. Some will doubt your ability. Some will resist the change in you because it forces them to confront the stagnation in themselves. Do not let their resistance weigh you down. Not everyone was designed to see what you see, and not everyone is prepared to rise at the same pace you are. But you cannot slow down your calling to make others comfortable. You cannot wait for the applause of those who were never meant to play a role in your unveiling. Rise anyway. Claim anyway. Step forward anyway. For when the chosen one rises, the world adjusts. This sealed victory is not fragile. It cannot be stolen, diluted, or sabotaged. But it does require you to step into alignment. You must shed the habits, the thoughts, and the limitations that once felt familiar but no longer serve you. The rise demands expansion. The universe cannot place the weight of your victory upon shoulders that cling to what was meant only for your past. Let go. Release the unnecessary. Make space for the unveiling. For just as a seed must break to reveal the bloom, you must release in order to rise. The breaking is not punishment, it is transition. The shedding is not loss, it is preparation. What you release clears the way for what is arriving. The call to claim your rise is a call to responsibility. This is not just about your personal victories. It is about the ripple you create in the lives of others. Your rise will inspire someone who thought their time was over. Your resilience will ignite someone who believed they had no strength left. Your breakthroughs will open the imagination of someone who thought their dream was impossible. This is why the seal had to hold your victory until you were ready, not just for you, but for them. You are not rising in isolation. You are rising as a signal, as a spark, as evidence that victory is possible, even when the journey has been long and heavy. Chosen one, when you claim your rise, you are not asking for permission. You are stepping into inheritance. You are not begging for scraps. You are aligning with abundance. You are not fighting for recognition. You are embodying it. The sealed victory has always been marked with your essence. The rise is not something you chase. It is something you claim. When you embody this truth, when you breathe it, when you walk in it, you will see how quickly the universe responds. People will notice a shift in your presence. Situations will bend in your favor. Synchronicities will multiply. None of it is random. All of it is response. The rise calls forth alignment from everything around you. And so the call continues. Chosen one, rise. Answer it with courage. Answer it with faith. Answer it with the certainty that you are stepping into what has always been yours. Do not hesitate. Do not shrink back. Do not second-guess the seal that is breaking over your life. You are ready, and the victory is ready to meet you. Claim your rise. Chosen one, your sealed victory is calling. Claim your rise. There comes a time when silence can no longer hold back the voice within you. For too long, you may have hidden your fire, doubted your worth, and convinced yourself that the timing was never right. Yet even in those moments, the truth did not vanish, it waited. The sealed victory was not diminished by your hesitation. It was simply preserved until your spirit grew strong enough to carry it. And now, that moment has come. You are no longer the person who once questioned whether you were capable. You are no longer the one who doubted whether you were worthy. You are the chosen one, forged by trials, strengthened by storms, and prepared by the very moments that once threatened to break you. To rise is to accept that you are more than what you endured. It is to acknowledge that your scars are not symbols of defeat, but proof of survival, and that survival itself is a sign of destiny. The rise is not only about external breakthroughs, it is about internal awakening. It is about standing in front of the mirror and finally recognizing the reflection as the one who was always meant to step into greatness. You cannot rise halfway. You cannot carry the old doubts into the new chapter. The sealed victory is not partial. It is complete. And when it breaks open, it demands that you stand fully in it, with nothing hidden, nothing diminished, and nothing left behind that keeps you bound to lesser versions of yourself. There is power in claiming. Many wait for opportunities to fall into their lap, believing that destiny is something that arrives passively. But destiny is not passive. It is participatory. To claim your rise is to declare with your words, actions, and energy that you are aligned with what is yours. It is to step forward, even when your knees shake. It is to open your hands, even when fear tempts you to cling to the familiar. Claiming is not arrogance. It is ownership. It is saying to the universe, I recognize what belongs to me, and I no longer pretend it does not exist. This recognition unlocks momentum. It changes the rhythm of your days. It draws opportunities toward you with a magnetism that others can feel, even if they cannot explain. The rise may begin quietly, but it will not remain hidden. As the seal over your victory breaks, you will notice subtle shifts. Small confirmations will appear, moments of clarity, conversations that align, doors that suddenly open where walls once stood. These are not coincidences. These are signals. They are the echoes of your rise making its way into form. Trust these signals. Do not dismiss them as chance. The chosen one does not live by accident. The chosen one recognizes patterns, honors signs, and follows the thread of alignment until it leads to fulfillment. You have felt these signals before, but perhaps you brushed them aside. Now is the time to listen, to see, and to move with them. There is also a responsibility in rising. Your sealed victory is not just about your personal satisfaction. It is about the transformation it brings to others. The universe is intentional, and the reason you were chosen is not simply because you can handle your own journey. but because you can inspire others in theirs. Someone is waiting for your story. Someone is waiting for your breakthrough to give them courage to pursue their own. Someone is waiting for your light to guide them out of their own darkness. This is why your rise matters. This is why the seal had to wait until now. Because now you are ready to carry not just yourself, but the ripple effect of your victory. Do not be surprised if challenges appear even as the seal breaks. They are not there to stop you. They are there to test your conviction. Every rise comes with resistance, because resistance proves the worth of what you are stepping into. If the path were effortless, the victory would not hold meaning. So when challenges come, see them for what they are. Confirmations. They are reminders that the energy of your rise is real, strong, and unstoppable. Stand firm. Do not retreat. Your rise is not fragile, and neither are you. As you step into this chapter, remember that rising is not a single moment. It is a process. It is the daily choice to walk in alignment with your destiny. Some days, the rise will feel like fire in your veins. Other days, it will feel like a whisper barely keeping you moving. Both are valid. Both are part of the unfolding. Both are leading you forward. Consistency is the key. The seal over your victory has been broken, but it is your daily steps, your daily courage, your daily choices that will bring that victory fully into form. Chosen one, your rise is not a dream of the distant future. It is the call of the present. The victory is already echoing, already vibrating in your life, already pushing through the cracks of the old to make way for the new. Do not look backward. Do not shrink. Do not hesitate. Stand tall, breathe deeply, and claim your rise. The universe is ready. Your destiny is ready. And deep down, you know that you are ready too. Chosen one, your sealed victory is calling. Claim your rise. You may have thought that the struggles you faced were signs that you were forgotten, overlooked, or left behind. But the truth is far greater than what your eyes once saw. Every challenge, every delay, every season of waiting was a preparation. The seal upon your victory was not a denial of your destiny, but a preservation of it. Think of how precious treasures are kept hidden until the time is right, protected, sealed, untouched by outside hands. That is what your life has been, and that is why now feels different. Something within you knows the seal is loosening. You feel the pressure of transition, the energy of new beginnings, the undeniable pull of your rise. Rising is not an act of chance. It is an act of intention. You are not here by accident, and you are not hearing this message by mistake. The chosen ones are always guided, always nudged, always reminded when the hour of their unveiling approaches. That nudge is what you feel right now, that stirring that tells you change is not just possible but inevitable. This is not the season for hesitation. This is not the time to remain small. Your sealed victory is not whispering anymore. It is calling. Loudly, clearly, powerfully. And your spirit already knows that the only response is to rise. The path ahead of you will not always be smooth, but it will always be worth it. The rise calls you to shed what no longer fits. The limiting beliefs, the habits of fear, the voices that tried to define you by your past. These things cannot travel with you into the next chapter. They were part of the old season, part of the waiting, but not part of the unveiling. The universe is aligning in such a way that only authenticity will carry power. Only courage will unlock doors. Only truth will hold space for your expansion. You cannot wear the mask of who you once were and expect to walk in the fullness of who you are becoming. The chosen rise by embracing the truth of their essence, unapologetically and completely. As the seal breaks, expect acceleration. What once took years may now unfold in weeks. What once felt impossible may suddenly feel effortless. Alignment is like a flood. When the gates open, momentum pours forth. This is why your patience was required in earlier seasons, because the universe was preparing it for a trickle of blessings, but for an outpouring. Can you feel it? That shift in the air, that quiet confirmation in your spirit, that sense that something is rearranging itself on your behalf? That is the rise moving into form. That is your sealed victory becoming visible. Do not resist it. Flow with it. Trust it. Allow it to carry you further than your mind once believed possible. Remember this: your rise is not about proving anyone wrong. It is about proving yourself right. It is about validating the quiet voice within you that always knew you were destined for more. This victory is not for the doubters, the critics, or those who tried to belittle your path. It is not for those who overlooked your worth. It is for you, for your spirit, for your journey. You do not rise to gain validation. You rise because validation is already written into your existence. You rise because destiny does not negotiate with doubt. You rise because the seal has been broken, and victory cannot be contained any longer. And yet, your rise will not remain private. The light of the chosen cannot be hidden. You will notice how others respond to you differently, not because you forced change, but because your energy has shifted. The chosen radiate a frequency that others cannot ignore. Opportunities recognize it. People feel it. Even obstacles bow before it. That is the mark of sealed victory revealed. It speaks for itself. It resonates without words. It transforms spaces you enter simply because you carry it with you. This is what it means to walk in your rise, not only knowing your power, but embodying it so deeply that the world responds to it automatically. But with this rise comes responsibility. The universe does not elevate you only for yourself. It elevates you for impact. Someone's hope is tied to your courage. Someone's healing is tied to your breakthrough. Someone's inspiration is tied to your consistency. That is why your sealed victory was preserved so carefully. It carries not just your story, but the stories of those who will witness and be changed by your rise. Chosen one, understand this. Your life is not small. Your influence is not minor. Your rise is not insignificant. The ripple effect of your victory will extend farther than you can see, and it will touch lives you may never meet. That is the depth of your calling. So do not hesitate. The time of waiting is over. The moment of unveiling is here. The seal has been broken, and your victory is reaching out to you. Claim it boldly, walk in it fully, and never again let fear convince you that you are not enough. You are chosen. You are ready. Your rise is here. Claim it. Claim. Chosen one, your sealed victory is calling. Claim your rise. There is a quiet power in knowing that what belongs to you cannot be taken. You may have felt powerless at times, as though the world had stacked its weight against you. But the truth is, the universe has always been protecting your path. The seal over your victory was never a punishment. It was a safeguard, a divine measure to ensure that what is yours arrives in its full, unbroken form. And now, that seal is releasing, and you can feel it in the energy that surrounds you. the subtle shifts in your days, the way opportunities begin to present themselves as if pulled by an invisible hand. This is the rise calling you forward. Rising is not merely a change of circumstance. It is a transformation of being. It is the alignment of your inner world with the outer world in such a way that every step you take carries purpose. You will notice how your thoughts, your words, and your actions begin to harmonize with the energy of your victory. What once felt disjointed will now feel effortless. What once seemed elusive will now feel tangible. The chosen one does not stumble into their triumph. They walk into it with clarity, with confidence, and with the unwavering understanding that the universe has conspired in their favor. Every past challenge, every moment of waiting, every loss and setback, we're simply paving the way for this precise unfolding. Your rise will bring illumination. There are areas of your life that have been shrouded in confusion or fear. There are relationships that have tested your patience, situations that have demanded your resilience, and dreams that have required your steadfast belief. The breaking of the seal does not erase the past, it transforms it. Lessons become wisdom, struggles become strength, and every experience aligns to serve your unveiling. You will begin to see clarity where there was once doubt. You will recognize patterns and connections that were invisible before. The rise allows you to see not only the path forward, but also the purpose embedded in everything behind you. Expect alignment in unexpected ways. Doors that once seemed closed will now swing open. Opportunities will arrive through channels you had never anticipated. People will appear in your life at exactly the right moment to guide, support, and elevate you. These moments are not random. They are the universe responding to your rise, acknowledging your readiness, and matching your energy with the perfect manifestations. The chosen one recognizes these signs and moves decisively, knowing that the universe does not act in vain. Trust in these alignments and act upon them without hesitation. The rise is supported at every level, from the seen to the unseen. As you honor these alignments and step boldly into the opportunities presented, you will feel the energy of your rise expanding within and around you. Every decision made in alignment with your highest truth will amplify your momentum. Every courageous action will solidify your path, and every moment of clarity will confirm that you are moving exactly where you are meant to be. The universe supports you not partially, but fully, and the seal over your victory continues to lift, revealing the fullness of your potential. Stand in this knowing, move with confidence, and embrace the unfolding with an unwavering heart, for your rise is not only inevitable, it is unstoppable.